So, hello, I am back with you again tonight. And what I want to talk to you guys about is how do you feel about helping your kids learn things that school might not necessarily teach them? Are you lacking time? Are you lacking, um, and like, are you like totally okay with it and you're currently doing it? Are you, I'm trying to think of my eyes there too. Um, Help me to understand where you are. I want you guys to tap in the message stream about where you are with helping your kids learn beyond what the school teaches them. Because I think oftentimes, if your kids are in the traditional system, it's like, okay, I think that what they do there, my eye is irritated, sorry. What they do there is good enough, right? It's 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 all they need to get ahead, and I'm wondering if how true we actually believe that to be, right? Do we really and truly uh, think that it's enough? We don't have to put anything more. Live viewer comments show up. Oh, okay, sorry about that. Something came up on my screen, and I didn't know if somebody was making a comment, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, I just want to have a dialogue with you guys about what we expect of the school system and what we expect of ourselves in our journey with our children through K through 12, and how they learn and what they learn and how that helps them longer term with their lives. I see a lot of young people coming out of school and being very unclear about what they want to do, how they're going to achieve these things. And I know as parents, you're really, really busy, right? And you have so much going on. And to add education to your lives when that technically wasn't supposed to be a part of your life could be very, very challenging in and of itself, right? But then also beyond that, like also a lot of people who engage with us are homeschoolers, right? And a lot of my conversation sometimes has to do with homeschoolers and after schoolers, right? And so I tend to talk a lot of times to our in-schoolers, just because I want to be able to 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 pull on your experiences, um, and see how they parallel sometimes, quite frankly, to people who are on the fence about educating outside of the traditional model, or are towing, on both sides, with the virtual learning knot and so on and so forth. And so for me, it's just been a thing that I've been trying to go through in this paradigm shift that we're in the middle of. We're in the midst of a paradigm shift. And I want to be able to help us see our way through the other side. And in order to do that, I want to understand how, as parents, are you showing up for your children? How are you helping them really completely and holistically learn, right? Because even if they have these standard subjects while they're in school, how does that play out longer term, right? Because if you're not learning financial literacy, when do you learn that? Is that something that you learn from your parents? And if so, are you providing that for your kids? And when I say financial literacy, I'm not just saying learn how to manage and balance a bank book. How are you sharing with them the importance of investments, no matter what they are, and whatever form of assets whatever asset class you choose? How are you having these conversations? Are you giving it to them from your home? Are you exposing it to them outside of your home? What is it that you're doing? Right? Because it's important that our kids learn this. If you happen to be an entrepreneur, how are you translating this information over to your young people? How are you preparing them for the field of entrepreneurship as a whole going forward, based on all the different things that we are being impacted by at this time, and all of the changes technologically and all of the information transfer? How is that impacting how you're educating your young people? And are you educating them? Because I spend a lot of time talking to parents daily, And I find that some parents, if they're not homeschooling, they're not participating at all in any level of education other than more of the behavioral and the discipline kind of a thing. And I'm just trying to understand how we're showing up. Our kids need us. It is a very different time. And if you don't, I say it over and over and over again, it is a very different time. And it's important that we're showing up for our children in a different way. And this is, and I don't want this ever anything with me. I'm like easy breezy to come across as like a judgment, but it's like we have to stand now. It's time for us to truly stand for our children and to help them see that we see the challenges they're experiencing. And we want to help them navigate those challenges. And even if at this moment we're not clear on how to navigate it, that we're committed to be able, at least in the future, to do so and to go through that with them, even if you're lost and you're figuring it both out together at the same time. But at least you're committed to doing that for your young people. That is the key. That's where I'm getting at. That's what the message is today. Are you committed to go above and beyond with the school systems, or even in your homeschooling as it is? I'll say that. Are you prepared to take your kids beyond the standards that the system says that they're supposed to know? And if you are going beyond the standards, tell me how, because I want to know. This is really good about knowledge share. And so I don't want to talk any more about this. I just want this to be a dialogue. And I hope you guys tap in and are prepared to share your insights, because it's important. It's really, really important that as a collective, we all work together to help educate our young people to greatness. Bye-bye. Check on you tomorrow.